channel. So the other day or yesterday or 2 days ago, I did a video on, I think yesterday I did a video on why I think Austin St. John is the GOAT, and due to his legendary status, it's true. And the reason why I call ASJ the GOAT is because he's one of my favorite Rangers of all time. I also have the coolest Ranger of all time, which is Tommy the Green Ranger when he was evil. And let's just say that his status alone is what really made Power Rangers popular and famous in the 90s up until now. And I also have my issues with the character as far as the Boom Studio comments and how they are continuously milking the character even more. So with that being said, let's get into the article. This video. Jesus Christ. So I think my history of Tommy is really started with the Green Medieval Saga Part 5. And I was around younger at the time, and I remember going into this basement and I was watching something on TV between two giant robots. One was multicolored dinosaur and one was just a Godzilla dragon inspired looking creature, and they were just fighting. And I think that was the only clip I saw when I was like younger at the time. So to me, I just felt like, you know what, this might be the show that really is gonna make me love this franchise even more. And even till now, I didn't really get into the Mighty Morphin series until like around 2000, mid 2000 or 2001. Yeah, I think it was around 2001 when I was really into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers due to the VHS's tape that I used to watch every day. But I think the first tape I got was Happy Birthday Zach. I used to watch it every day because of the box art and everything. But what really made me a fan was the Green Ranger, which is Tommy Oliver. And I have the part 5 of the Green Medieval mini series. And you know what? I think alone that's what made him more of a popular name in Power Rangers history. So let's get into the history of Tommy Oliver. So it all started with him being introduced into the martial arts tournament when him and Jason went head to head, because both Jason and Tommy are skilled martial artists. And up until Rita pretty much took a notice when it came to Tommy and his martial arts fighting style. So once the martial arts tournament was over, him and Kimberly began this relationship as we all know today. But Rita pretty much captures Tommy after Tommy defended himself with a group of putties, and she pretty much trapped him into the crystal ball, turning him evil, and entered the command center without a coin. And he pretty much was a ranger, so he was able to access the command center. Let's just say that Tommy became the Green Ranger under Rita's control. So he pretty much entered the command center with the coin because he was the Green Ranger. And that shield, I hated that shield. This Jew Ranger shield was a bit better, in my opinion. So, entered the battlefield, erupted the Megazord's cockpit, destroying the Rangers one by one, having a one-on-one fight with Jason, and just pretty much destroyed every single one of them. Kamehameha, fireball shot. So, it wasn't around part 2 when Tommy gets to test his knowledge once again to show Rita that he's capable of handling the Sword of Darkness, which made him evil even more. So once he accomplished that, he zapped Jason into Goldar's Dark Dimension. He wanted to handle the rest of the Rangers all by himself. Then in part 3, he fought Jason unmorphed with the Green Ranger costume on, and he pretty much got the upper hand against Jason, even though Jason was able to fight against Tommy all by himself. But in part 4, he helped Goldar to defeat the Rangers for the first time. And part 5 is what really went head to head with Jason in the final battle, which it was one of the most iconic fight scenes of all time. And it really goes to show that with the Green Medieval Saga, it really made Tommy a household name due to the Green Medieval series. And I pretty much liked him as evil. Then he became good. Once he became good, he was showing up less the time, because in Jew Ranger Barai's life was getting drained by this candle, because the more he gets into this Earth planet, the less time he has on Earth. So as long as he's in this house where the candle is at, he lives longer. But if he goes out, he dies. But in Power Rangers, they didn't really do that much up until the Green Candle Saga, when Rita had a plan to destroy Tommy's powers by creating this green candle to eliminate his powers. So it was from then on, Tommy lost his powers in the second part, but before that he fought Goldar in his Dark Dimension, and he pretty much held his own against Goldar. But it was at that point when the green candle was out, Tommy lost his powers, he gave his powers to Jason, and then up until 50 episodes later, when Tommy returned to fight Goldar to retrieve the Dragon Dagger and the Power Coins, and up until Zordon gave him extra energy to continue to be the Green Ranger, but his powers were limited. And he started showing up a few minutes after the original Power Rangers were getting their behinds kicked to save his friends, and even in a Megazord battle, to create the Ultra Zord, or even the Megazord Slash at the end. But it wasn't until season 2 when he really was going through a midlife crisis after losing his powers back and forth. And up until that point, multi-part with the Turbine Shell Monster, it was really that point that Lord Zed created this green crystal to eliminate the Green Ranger powers. But Tommy was able to shatter the green crystal to, once his final days as the Green Ranger was over, he was no longer the Green Ranger. And that pretty much just my history of Tommy Oliver on TV show. But in later years, he returned in Super Mega Force with no explanation of how he got his Green Ranger powers back. And even in Ninja Steel, you know, when it was pretty much a Tommy show to showcase the anniversary of the franchise. You know, he had a Master Morpher transform into the original Green, White, Zeo, and Battle Thunder Black. And a lot of people were upset that he didn't transform into Turbo Red. Turbo sucked. I became fans of Tommy was the original Green, White, Zeo, and Battle Thunder Black. And yeah, I think that was it. But even though the Boom Studio Comics pretty much made it about him even more and more, because of after the Green Medieval Saga, the original Rangers were having trust issues on if they should continue to trust Tommy now that he's become a part of the team. And Rita I think Rita continuously having the effects on Tommy even worse. And I think that right there is what caused the conflict between the Rangers and Tommy himself. And I think in Go-Go Power Rangers run, he was, you know, having issues of being a Ranger still, much like how he was in season 2 in the Go-Go Power Rangers route. So I think that is my history of Tommy Oliver. And I think the biggest issue I have with them is how much they are milking the character still. Even in season 1, season 2, they pretty much didn't want to overexpose him because he was the most popular Ranger. And to me, and this is my personal opinion, y'all can disagree with me all you want, Tommy is the most overrated Ranger in history. Because, let's just face it, he just is. He barely, you know what I'm saying, there's barely any love of the original Rangers, even in the comics. I mean, there are some developments in the comics, but I think overall in the fandom, Tommy is just overrated. This is the truth. But no offense to JDF and everything, I just think that his character is a bit overrated and it's kind of annoying to say the least. But I think when it comes to the fandom, they just love to milk the character so much, and to the point where it's becoming really scary. And again, I'm not saying that I hate JDF, you know what I'm saying? This is no disrespect towards the actor, but I'm talking about his character overall. I mean, I love Tommy, but but I don't love him like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like show some other Rangers some love. You know what I'm saying? So y'all enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next content.